Hi guys, this is my string of hearts, variegated or variegated string of hearts. This was like the new batch. If you haven't seen the unboxing video for that one, I will link it down below and of course above in the video. Also in my description section, just where all the, the link for this unboxing video, where I got it from and all that good stuff. My other social media accounts are in there as well, so do check that out. I hope you're going to enjoy the rest of my vlog, that you're going to hit the like, subscribe, and of course the bell so you're notified every single time I upload a new video. So if you haven't seen the unboxing video, unfortunately, there was an issue, which Janice, the seller, did correct it really well. She said I was going to get a new plant, a vsoh or variegated string of hearts or string of hearts variegated, so for free. So that was great. She's really great, like I said. So these were 2 pots and I merged them into one. They were sold as 4-inch pots, and this is what they look like now. If you've seen my unboxing or haven't seen my unboxing, so what happened was I noticed that there were, just because it's really viney, as you can see here. It's a trailing or climbing plant. And I don't know what happened. It just like there were a lot of broken parts. So I just clipped them and to try and see if I could salvage them and probably propagate them so I can make this fuller. This is a 4-inch plant, 4-inch planter or pot, like I said. So this was one plant from one 4-inch pot. This is a 4-inch pot, like I said, and this was the only thing left from the other one, because the other one came in and it was completely dead, except for this one. And then the rest of it was like broken. So I trimmed it, and I'm trying to propagate that one, which I will be doing a different video for that one. So I took off all the dirt as much as I could. I think it was only about 5% to less than 5% left on the old medium or soil that she used. I'm not entirely sure. That's why I always say medium, because some people, some nurseries, sellers, all that stuff, when they grow plants, sometimes they use like coco coir or coco coir sponges or just other different kinds of material, and it's not totally 100% soil. So that's why I always say medium, because it's more of a generalization. So this is just one plant. And the soil that I am using, I will, as usual, link it down below on if I can find it, or what I recommend would be the next best thing that I've already tried. I will also link down below what I use to water this one. So this sits in front of a west-facing window. I water her when, like, this is the top of the soil, right? And I water when it's about 1 inch, and because this is so tiny, I water about 1 inch to 1.5 inch deep. This one has a very heavy root system that goes about close to 2 inches deep. This one is more shallower, but I would say about a little over 1 inch deep. So I don't need to completely get it too dry, just dry enough. And because I'm using cactus, succulent, palm, or citrus soil, it's not heavily water retaining. I would not recommend Miracle-Gro cactus or succulent or palm or citrus soil that they sell. From my personal experience, they retain so much moisture. And from everywhere that I've read and people that have had this plant for a good amount of time, longer than me, they always state that it's the root system is very fine. I don't think it's that fine. However, if you are like really great with a Miracle-Gro soil, I guess you could do with it, but I wouldn't really recommend saturate the soil. If you're gonna use a better quality soil, very fast draining, I would say, not an all-purpose soil, I would say cactus, succulent, palm, or citrus soil, I would do what I'm doing right now, which is wait until the top part is completely dry. So I'm going to demonstrate. What I mean by that is when I touch this part right here, You know how there's a little bit left? That's okay. But when I tap it, it like falls and it feels like sand when I do rub it. Whatever soil is left, that's how dry I would prefer. But I would prefer it to be deep. So I would just shove my finger in there. This is still kind of damp. So I'm not even going to water this anytime soon. But I'm just vlogging it for you guys and for me, obviously. So that's what I mean. I will shove my finger down in there and do that. I do use an app to alert me on when certain plants need to be watered. But I still do check them because I water not based on a schedule. I water based on what the plant needs. And I would highly recommend that people do that as well, because when you water on a schedule, especially if you live in like a 4-seasoned weather environment, every spring and fall is going to be kind of the similar frequency and volume. And every winter and summer is going to be same frequency and volume as well. Like you can saturate it more in the winter and in the summer due to people putting air conditioning on. It's more sunlight. In the winter, the heat is always on. I do live in a centralized home with central heat and air, so that can be a difference for somebody that doesn't really do that. I mean, doesn't have that kind of equipment, but just pay attention. What I've noticed is that's what it is for me. And in the spring and fall, we don't really put in the heat very much or the air conditioning very much because it's the temperature is really, really, really nice. And it's not really that heavily in sunshine for the spring. So for me, from my experience, is that spring and fall are kind of similar when it comes to watering, and winter and summer are kind of similar as well. So I just want to do a little close up because when I do watch plant videos, I love to be able to see the plant, and especially if it's variegated. I don't know if you guys can see it, but let me see. It's just, whoop, there you go. It doesn't really show very much, but it's very, it's pinkier in real life. So just so you know, before I always thought any kind of plant that string of was really kind of boring and not really for me. And I just been interested this year. And now this is my second pot. I only do plan to have 1, maybe 2 of the string of hearts variegated, or the variegated string of hearts, because this can get really big. And with the way that I grow my plants, I let them grow pretty wild. And I love that it's pink, and I love that pop of color. So I'm pretty sure I want this to be very, very heavy and thick and lush. So at some point, noticing my other plants that are trailing and all that stuff, it can be overwhelming and really, like, they can take up a ton of room. So I'm trying to be as careful as possible, but this is so beautiful. This sits in front of a west-facing window. It has cathedral, it's a cathedral style room, and the window is also cathedral style. So she does get a ton of indirect light throughout the day. In the very cloudy, dark days, I do supplement it with LED light, and I will put down below the light that I am currently using. Everything that I use to water her with will be linked down below in the description section as well. I would also like to add that the light that I do give her is about, I would say, like 3.5 feet away from her. So it's not like overly close, but I feel like it does help. And she actually, like, this pot actually sits on top of a giant plant pot, because there's also a giant pot there, and she just can't reach the window yet. So I put this one there and my other variegated string of hearts there as well, because they're still tiny. And like I said, when they've grown and they're bigger and thicker and all that stuff, I will combine them and hopefully just have 1, maybe 2 separate pots, and I plan to make them trail up. So if you guys have other input or questions or tips or anything to do with this particular plant, let me know down in the comment section below. I love hearing from you guys all the time. If you just want to talk about string of hearts, let me know down below in the comment section below. If you just want to chat about this particular plant, even the regular string of hearts or the silver glory, let me know down in the comment section. Again, I love hearing from you guys all the time. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you guys again next time. Bye.